Can't, can't hear you, Mike.
My bad. Mike is all the way on the other side of the room. That's funny. Welcome to the Thinking Game, episode 129, where we make a podcast for regular people talking about regular people stuff. All of us from Little Rock, Peel probably from more south side. I'm more southwest, but we are from Little Rock, and that's what we represent, and that's where we're from, and that's where this podcast was made from. So with that being said, make sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's on the screen.
Yes, sir.
So man, what you think, man? It's been popping, man, so far. What you seen before we get into the topic? What you seen on Facebook or something?
Well, I ain't ran across nothing.
I know Diddy denied bail again.
Oh,
They tried to get bail. They denied him again. They said he might have to sit in that thing till about March, to when the trial start.
They gonna hit him.
I know they're gonna try to do the appeal, but this probably ain't gonna work though. Federal, they play dirty, man.
Yeah. Man.
I was gonna ask you though, man. I think everybody worried about the tape, man. My thing is, if you know you on the tape, just go ahead and come out. Just say, look, man, I was just doing some crazy stuff, man. It's a crazy time. I think the more you try to hide it, the more momentum it's gonna get. It's like trying to how bigger the fire get, the more, and instead of just letting the fire die out, you just keep fanning it, I guess.
No. Hey, I'm echoing, Mike.
Who?
Me.
I'm not echoing.
I said I am.
Huh. I'm not.
Yeah.
Did you turn off the echo thing in the settings?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not echoing.
I don't know. I'm straight off the phone, so.
Huh. Interesting. Let me turn the TV down a little bit. Maybe let me see. Hold on. What about now?
Yo. Yeah.
You still echoing?
Well, I guess I hear myself talk.
Yeah, I'm not echoing at all though. I'm actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let me put my headphones on. Maybe that may help. Maybe it's the TV going into the mic. Let me see.
I can't hear you.
You echoing?
Well, we just roll it. No, not now.
Okay, I put my headphone. Maybe it was the TV going back into the mic. That's probably could have been what it was. But yeah, man. Then the state fair coming. I got my racing shirt on. I can't see it on with how the turn is. Got my state fair going. But yeah, man. Well, it's tomorrow, right? It start tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. I know they didn't increase the fair parking. I think they're trying to cut into people's pockets.
Man.
So they didn't. They tore down the basketball court, all this parking now. I think they tore all that down. They just made it all parking, I think.
Oh, across the street.
Yeah. They got fenced up and everything with the little gates that close and everything.
Oh man, they wrong.
What is that?
They trying to cut into them people's pockets for real.
They ain't gonna cut too much into it though. Cause some of the houses are so close. Some of those houses are so close to it. You ain't gonna really cut into it by that much.
Plus, easy exit when you leave up out.
What is it like? What is it if the houses gonna be like $20 a spot or something like that? How much is
something
it
like
park?
Yeah, but
ooh, with inflation now, you about 30 a spot.
It probably is. I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That'll make some money though.
We'll know tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll try to go on a lunch break or something. Your wife go out there on the lunch break, grab a corn dog or something. Maybe one day, one of the days next week. I don't know. If I got time, I got to go to orthodontist next week. Man, a lot of little stuff popping up next week.
I need to make an appointment with my damn self.
They don't do auto appointments?
No, I'm done. I just need to make a.
Yeah, I am too. They still. I think you still go back once every so often, something like that. And they just text me the reminder. Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine's as needed.
Mm. I need to see if I don't know. I think my Invisalign's still good. I've been using it. I've been liking that better, sleeping with that better than the metal kind. Can't do it.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna switch to.
Yeah. So the first topic is get to it. I'm gonna show you this video. It was a guy that said, Pastor Jamal Bryant, he got a podcast. He said that, kind of in so many words, he said, do we celebrate poverty more as a community? About do we embrace being at the bottom? I'm gonna watch this video, give it some context. Let me know what you think.
Thing is wrong in the culture, we probably would be the only culture on the planet that celebrates poverty. That there is a badge of honor for coming through the penitentiary, that we glorify the ghetto, and we have a bipolar relationship with success. We want it, but we despise those who have it. What has happened to us that we embrace the bottom?
I want to say this and still be loved.
Yes.
I have found the enemy, and the enemy is us.
Wow. Something is wrong.
So what you think, bro?
Um,
You think he off on that, or you think he just getting clicks?
First of all, I'm not listening to nobody with a blue suit with a pink stripe going down the side talking about poverty.
I mean, he grew up in Baltimore though, so it ain't like he always had to get. He grew up in Baltimore, so that he grew up in
Yeah.
Baltimore.
I mean, he right on some parts, but ain't nobody glorifying it. It's just a reminder where you came from and where you're not trying to go back to. You know,
I think he's saying like it be people like, yeah, man, you put in that time, went to jail, man. You know what I'm saying?
no.
I don't think everybody do that. There's like a subset of people, man. Like that's
Yeah,
all you know. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
why we're trying to tell these young kids don't get to that point. Because
mm,
you don't just wake up and be at that point. It's a process of things that happen, whether it's
yeah,
environment, whether it's
mm,
people you roll with. You got to pick your circle. My mom used to tell me that all the time. You got to pick who you hang out with.
yeah.
You can't be easily influenced. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
been like burned in my brain for years, man. You
Yeah,
know, and that probably what made me stubborn. You know, I'm not
mm,
easily influenced. That's how I was raised. You know, so
yeah.
you got to be able to think for yourself. Sound easy, but it ain't that easy.
Right, right.
Um, because a
Mm,
lot of times I seen this dude on a Breakfast Club. He was saying that a lot of times the way we're raised, you're raised to just do whatever your parents say. So you're not able to say why. You're not able to ask because if you question them, you get in trouble for it. What he said, well, what happens is if your kid is not strong mentally, if they raised like that, all it takes for them is to run into somebody in the streets with more influence, and that'll
mm,
be the person to say, "Let's go rob a bank," and then they'll do it. They won't question it. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
and I kind of get that what he's saying on that premise too. But I think too, just my mom didn't say a lot of stuff twice. You know what I'm saying? Just what it was. But she also used to tell me stuff like that too. Think for yourself. Don't be easily
yeah,
influenced. And you got to be your own man at some point. I know your dad not here, but you still got
yeah,
to live. The world don't stop. You just
yeah.
don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
And
But
and huh?
yeah, everybody loves that story. You know what I'm saying? That came from nothing story, and now I'm some. You know, you might not be in it no more, but everybody loves it. Like, yeah, I watched him when he came up. Whether good or
I, th- I,
bad.
th- I, I think he's saying more of it is some people don't even get to that point. They just stay there.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm street. This is what it is. I celebrate the streets. Or if he go to jail, man, that's much respect. Like, you get more respect for going to jail than you do going to work. I think he's saying like that when it's like
Mm,
inverse.
mm,
Everything that you think is logical is like almost illogical. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Where you get more props for selling dope than you would be if you went to school and got a job in a career. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and those places exist. You just got to
It,
search
it
for
do
it.
exist. It still
Yeah,
exists.
I'm saying.
And it's gonna
Yeah,
continue to it. Whether we believe
yeah. The
want it
game don't
to.
stop. It's just you don't want to get caught in the game. The game ain't gonna stop. I
Just
mean, that's
different
why we call it
players.
a thinking game. Yeah. You gotta think, man. You gotta think out here, cause it's easy to get caught up in it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You sell
Quick.
2 rocks, you sell some crack for you make 1,500. You like, man,
Yeah,
what?
you
Now
hooked.
you caught in the game. Yeah, you
That's the
get caught in the
drug.
game if you ain't got it.
But
I was watching Harry O.
yeah.
Before we get off this topic, I was watching Harry O, and he was saying that they asked him, did he when did he know that his run was over? And he said he knew because his instincts told him that, man, it's
Mm-hmm.
too good to be true and it's too easy.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that, he would tell a kid, he was saying a lot of kids, they know how to get in, but they don't never think about getting out. They always think about getting in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that, once he got caught up, he fought it probably for about 5, 10 years. Then he realized, I'm gonna have to sit down, man.
Yeah. You gotta cut your
He
losses.
said, that's what it is. I gotta sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? I did everything I did. I did my hustling. Now I gotta sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the part sometimes people don't realize, that sitting down part. Like sitting down, he did 30 years.
Yeah.
He did 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to jail when I was 10. He was locked up since I was 10. Man, that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I go, man. You know what I'm saying? Careful out there, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's some areas. I don't think it's a whole lot, but I think it's some areas where I can see it being celebrated, especially back in the '90s and stuff. Because that's all
Man.
some people had. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all they had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it takes you to get out of the and get exposed to something else to realize that ain't, it. Like
Yeah.
there is more out there. You know what I'm saying? But 'cause I was telling my wife, some people never. If you've been on that side of the freeway or that side of Markham, like Southwest, South Side, all that back there.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you never went past university, like past and there's some people that haven't. They never went past university where Asher is. They never went past. It's
Yeah.
almost like a invisible line maybe or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They never went past Asher. They always stayed on that side,
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they went to the mall or something, and then they go right back on that side. You know what
That
I'm
was,
saying?
that was as far as we went.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And when you go past that, you're like, man, it's crazy. I never been all the way over here. That's what I'm saying. When I had the Impala, I used to dip everywhere, just ride through streets and stuff, just see what's out there, man. But
Yeah.
you start realizing it's way more out there than just,
Yeah.
Southwest or
Them
something
little
like
four
that.
corners. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Especially.
yeah, man. When I seen that video, I said, yeah, we gotta talk about that. I think dude kinda, like you said, he kinda rich now, but I kind of see what he's saying. Being older, when you're younger, it is some dudes like the streets is everything to them. Like that's what their reputation is,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want to go into the corporate world because all the reputation that you built in the streets is gone. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
ain't gone as far as you snitch, but it's just you're not building on that anymore. You have to. They feel like you got to start a whole new reputation now, and you can't take the streets to corporate. You know what I'm saying? It don't work. It ain't gonna make no money. Not the real like the. When you start moving up, you can't take it to
Yeah.
corporate, man. Don't work.
Oh no, we got some mob runners still in
What's
office.
that? Yeah, but they not like taking the streets. They understand the tactics and stuff, but they not going in the street though, throwing them.
Yeah,
I'm talking about real street stuff. They not taking it there. They just using
yeah.
tactics and stuff, but nah. They ain't coming in there with Dickie suits on, man.
No, they coming
They
with a
coming in there
full.
loked out. They ain't coming in there loked out. They ain't coming in
Yeah,
there loked out.
yeah. So they wearing our money shades.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
we know who the real gangsters is.
Yeah.
But
I don't even think Mafia was more streets. I think that was more organized. I'm talking about streets. It really ain't organized. It's somewhat organized, but not that much though. Like the Mafia, man, they actually had everything kind of structured out. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a template almost with the Mafia from what I saw.
yeah,
Man, you grow up in the streets, man. It ain't no template in the black street. It's to almost get it how you live, man. That ain't no template. That's just get it how you live.
mm-hmm.
Like man, cause some people become a kingpin off seem like almost sheer luck. Like they meet the right person, kind of like in a corporate world. Not
Mm-hmm.
what you know is who you know. You meet the right person, or you friends with the right person. And some people never make it to it, and they have the hardest work ethic, but they never meet the plug or something like that.
Yeah,
And same way in the corporate world. Some people that work hard, but they never really get in position to actually move up for whatever
mm-hmm.
reason. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jamal Bryant, man, everybody don't celebrate that. I think it's more of probably like a little small set of people, but not everybody though.
Right.
Some people want to get out. They just don't know the next step
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, and some people do. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give people those next steps. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, pick one: DJ Quick or Tila. Peace of mind. Or that DJ Quick.
You
Well, he
know,
too funky. Which one?
I'm riding with Quick. I'm riding
I'm
with
going with
Quick.
Tila. I'm going with Tila, man. That's my dude, man. I like DJ Quick too, but I go with Tila though, man. Tila, Suave House, man. Boy,
Yeah.
man, that's a nice run, man. Him and that A-Ball MJG, Mr. Mike. Was it Crime Boss? I think it was. Before they went to rap a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go Tila though. But I
Yeah.
understand DJ Quick. I do. I understand DJ Quick, man. Yeah, he made some cold beats, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cold beats.
Yeah. Taylor kind of disappeared, didn't he?
Who?
Taylor did.
No, I think he was just stayed. He did more producing too, kind of like DJ Quick.
Mm.
I think from what was floating around in the streets was Rap a Lot just pretty much took over when they got hot. They just came in and took over Suave House from Draper, Tony
Yeah.
Draper.
Yeah.
And I think he did more producing than he did making albums. But
Yeah.
I think he locally though down there, he the man down there. I think in Memphis
Mm.
still, you know what I'm saying, Black Haven
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, and I think A-Ball MJG, man, shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
They just got a street name after them, Orange Man.
Yeah.
A-Ball MJG,
About
what's
time.
up, man?
About time.
Yeah, boy. Well, you know, man, them dudes. I love MJG, man. That was my dude, man.
Yeah. Oh,
That was
yeah.
my dude all the time. A-Ball was cool. I like A-Ball, but MJG just was cold. He was spitting straight game on the mic, man.
Yeah.
That dude was cold, man.
Ball.
Yeah.
That Ball got a class. That Lost album is a classic.
Yeah, I like MJG, man. That
MJ.
I don't know what it is about MJG. MJG when he had that song, when he used to have the long dreads.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that song we had with Stacey Dash? That girl, that girl, that girl,
Right.
that girl.
That good.
Yeah, man. Oh man. But yeah, I used to listen to
I don't know if it's true. I thought they were supposed to come out with a movie. I don't know how true it
A-Ball
was.
MJG.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But
Come on, they
like,
come up with Orange Mouse, especially when they had the Jerry curls, man.
yeah.
That was cool. Hey man, we talk about the fur. I'm gonna get off this before we get off this. We talk about the fur, man. I remember it was one year. I think it was in junior high. What it was like the Jerry curl dudes were wearing like lime green shirts with the gold teeth. That was like a thing or something like that. I was thinking about that the other day. Oh man. Oh, did Player Fly came out that nappy hair and gold teeth, man. Boy, that beat was so cold, man. I don't know about that Player Fly. I used to bump that all the time too.
They don't. It's probably more Southern thing, man.
Yeah. I think the younger generation, they kind of fell out. They don't even rock with him like that. From what they say, he went to a concert, he kind of bombed a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like Player Fly. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta cater to your demographic.
More mellow.
Too.
He's just more mellow. Like when you ride in the car, you just want to listen to something mellow, but he's still rocking out with the beats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, real mellow, man. Mellow dude.
Man.
Yeah, guys, let us know who you think, DJ Quick or Tila, man. Who you rolling with, man? I know the West Coast. I know they're gonna go DJ Quick all day. But, I'm from the South, man. I'm with Tila, man. But I used to bump that CD so much, man. Man, them 212s, man. Listen to that Tila, man.
I was saying, I'm from the South too, but I'm West Coast influenced, so everything I love from the West.
Yeah. I'm South. I think I'm more South. I just listen to everything. I'm more of a balanced person. I'm not like in love with one thing. Listen to everything, but Tila though, them beats, man, that production was crazy though. I just sit there and listen to the beat, just hearing all the little elements in the beat he used to put in there. It was pretty crazy. But I'm so tired of balling though. That beat, man, was so cold, man.
Yeah.
You had some speakers in your car. Yeah, you gotta have the speakers in your car to really feel it. But yeah, you got them 212s,
Man,
215s. You feel it though. You like, man.
bro.
But that tonight though, that DJ Quick though, that beat was cold too.
I play that every Friday.
I don't want to play it because I know they'll dig me for it. That was a hit, but boy, that beat was cold, man.
Dollar and cents, man.
And then I didn't really like he got that song from the actual song when she was saying "Tonight is the night." He put that in there. He mixed that in there. I wonder how much he had to pay for that. I know it wasn't free.
I don't even think he, He probably just sampled it off GP and then probably paid for it later or whatever. But
No, I think you got to pay for that because that was a hit. The
yeah,
woman who sung it, I forgot her name, but yeah, that was a hit though.
he probably gave her another song.
Yeah. All right, guys. Slide number 3. Not being able to detect you are receiving misinformation. Do you think people struggle with this now? Especially our youth. They don't know. Like, you don't know that you're being misinformed. You
Yep.
just believe what you're hearing or what you're seeing, but not having the awareness to be like, man, come on, man, get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Can't
Like,
see
what?
through it. You know what I'm saying? You can't see through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause it's a lot of stuff on social media, man. It's out there, man.
Once it's on
It's a
social
lot of
media, it's
crazy.
real, man. I don't care. Nah,
Huh?
that's what they
I know,
do.
right?
Once it's on
I
social
know,
media,
right?
it's real. Yeah.
Cause how much you think of the shade room is true?
I don't.
How much you think of it's true? Like if you did a percentage 1 to 100,
Oh,
0 to 100, how much
Shade
you think
Room.
of it's true? Yeah.
Oh, Shade Room almost like TMZ, just about. You
So
know
what?
what I
ten
mean?
percent probably true.
Nah, TMZ be on it.
Nah, some of the stuff they be kind of off, man.
Who
Some
TMZ?
of it's like a mixture of BS and some of it's true. You mix it all
Yeah.
together, and now you got to figure out which one. That's what gets you cap. That's what gets you. That's what bring you in,
Oh,
because you trying to figure out. You trying to listen to it over and over, figure out what's true and what's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of what they get you at. You know what I'm saying?
I will say like on TMZ and like they even though um they just they post all the bad stuff, but
Yeah, it's tabloid. It's like a
yeah,
tabloid, pretty much. Like the Inquiry,
yeah,
like the newspaper they used to be in the store. It
yeah,
had it had like Sarah Bullock on there with her face
yeah.
looking messed up. So, yeah, that's AI back then. They had somebody do that kind of stuff, like Photoshop it and put it on the magazine cover and stuff. But yeah,
TMZ just
and then
about. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, what you about to say about TMZ? Go ahead.
They just about like how what's his name is to the NBA. Um, gosh, he just retired, but he got another job. Like Woj, they kind of like Woj. Once Woj says like, oh, we might need to
Yeah,
check into that because they always got the inside on something. Like,
yeah. And you just have to think about who's snitching inside the organization, because somebody
yeah,
snitching, man. You know what I'm
somebody said
saying?
something like
Somebody said something. What's his name said on his podcast? What's my guy name? Marcellus Wiley said he knew that dude probably was for the league because he was at a Clippers game one time and he kind of just saw it, like
that.
Woj walk in, and people was the owner and people was looking at him like, whose side you really on? They were kind of giving him the side eye,
Mm,
and he said he think he lost a lot of popularity, man, because he was giving out a bunch of information people probably didn't want to give out
mm-hmm.
about people, and he said he think he kind of lost a lot of influence, man. I think he realized like it's not worth it going into a place and you feel like you the enemy behind lines now. You know what I'm saying? You the
Mm,
ops. He didn't want to be the ops. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That kind of affected him. At first, he was making some money though. He was making millions. I think. I
man.
think what they
I
said.
think still making money.
Yeah, I don't think he gonna make as much as he was making the ESPN though. But
Oh
he's probably
yeah, I
making some
mean,
good money though.
yeah, because what is it? NBC got a lot of the contract now,
Yeah,
so I don't know. We're gonna see how this gonna work out, man.
yeah. Now, before we get off of this, I want to let everybody know politics is what 4 weeks away,
Mm-hmm.
5 6 weeks away.
Yeah, they,
Don't fall for the misinformation. Please do your research. Don't just fall for what's on the news, what's on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox. Man, do your
mm,
research, man. Don't fall. They gonna be going at each other. They're gonna throw mud at each other. They're gonna be throwing rocks. It's gonna get crazy.
yeah,
Do your
oh,
research. Don't fall for it, man.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
get crazy.
yeah,
Know for yourself. Think for yourself. Don't just rely on people, man. Cause
yeah.
you gotta know for yourself, man. Do the research. What's their policies? What they talking about doing? Which I don't think none of them matter anyway. They always have a policy, but how many of them
Yeah.
really execute a lot of that? You know what I'm saying? Either side, not just
Um,
one side, but either side. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
and
it's
the
all
hidden
about who
stuff.
can sell the best dream sometimes.
Yeah, it's like it'd be a great policy, but you gotta check out the hidden stuff. The hidden stuff.
No, they can't pass it because you got to go through everybody. You can't just pass it. It has to be voted in on both sides. You got to have majority from both sides, right? From
Yeah,
Republican and Democrat.
depends
You
on
know,
who
if they,
controlling.
hmm,
Just depends on who controlling the house and stuff like that. But
yeah, hmm,
but like I said, this the hidden stuff that's inside. They be like, oh yeah, we're gonna legalize weed, but only 2 or 3 people can get licensed to do it. Like only 2 people
did
can.
you hear about those people in Forest City? I seen this in the news. I seen an article. They got arrested for fraud. They was working in a dispensary,
Mhm.
and they found out how to make fake or use people cars that was like deceased or
Mm.
older, like and they didn't know they had it. They could get a car, but they was using fake people names that was they probably figured couldn't be traced, and they was giving out fake cars to people, and they was getting the weed, the weed from the dispensary and stuff. And they got arrested by the ABC, the Alcohol Beverage and Control Company. Yeah, they got arrested by them, man. So pretty crazy.
My bad.
Thinking you can get away, man. People think they can get away, not get caught. You gotta be careful out there, man. That may be federal. That may be federal too. That they playing
Yeah,
around
yeah,
with
yeah.
federal time too, with them dispensaries. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, man. I got a slide coming over talking about that, but we talking about policies and stuff, how they be hiding stuff in there. We gotta read more, man. We really do. We
Yeah,
gotta read more as
yeah,
a people, man.
yeah.
Don't fall for the misinformation. Instagram models, stuff, and misinformation. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall
Hmm.
for that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself out there like that. Then you realize it's like a rabbit hole. They're gonna want more and more and more, and you ain't gonna have nothing left. You done did everything. You know what I'm saying? So be smart, man. These dudes talking about they getting rich. What's that dude? Talking about he may have got like height, that little height surgery. That black dude. What's that dude name? He got like a
Uh,
BBL and everything. Oh man.
Kim, Bando Kim.
Huh? Yeah, man. Okay. He want long legs, but the rest of his body ain't changed. He got short arms, like a T Rex. He gonna be like a T Rex. Man, that's crazy, man. I
Yeah,
said that's crazy, man.
it's
Got a
just crazy.
BBL,
That's crazy. That's some nasty work.
man. Man, social media though, he trying to the shock value. It's only so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be nothing left. I don't know what he gonna do. He gonna have to get plastic surgery next.
Man, I think he already did
Botox.
something.
Botox or something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then my last thing I think is the mis the misinformation about education, man. I think a
Mhm.
lot of kids they get misinformed and they finding out as they get older, like, man, I should have invested my time. I know I did. I
Yeah,
don't think I was misinformed. I just made some bad decisions. I should have made
yeah,
better decisions.
yeah, yeah.
But it's some kids out here that get misinformed by older people. Man, you ain't got to go to school, man. You can do the same thing I'm doing. And he the
Mhm.
dude's out there flipping the sign at the construction site. He ain't doing nothing else. All he doing, and you listening to this dude telling you you don't got to go to school. You know what I'm saying?
Not him flipping the
So
sign. I had to stop
yeah,
and
you
go
know what I'm talking about.
sign.
Most of the dudes you see flipping the sign, they be the older dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? You're like,
Hey,
man, you ain't gonna never drive the tractor. You
nah,
know what I'm saying?
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Just so you don't get fired. Telling these kids they ain't got to go get no education. Man, go get a trade, man. Do
Yeah,
something. Don't do nothing, man. I'm telling you that. That ain't miserable. Do something.
yeah.
Cause
Just
I'm
don't.
telling you, man, the way inflation going, if you don't do something,
Mm.
man, I don't even know how these kids can get a house now, man. I don't know, bro. With
I,
the
I,
with the interest rate and go ahead. What's that?
man, what's her name? Policy was like it's like that, man. It's the first time buyer's policy,
Yeah.
but it was hidden stuff in it, like your parents and your great grandparents couldn't own a home. I was like, what? It sounded good, but until you read the fine print, it's like, no, nobody in your your parents couldn't own a home. It's good if if your parents didn't, but that's still crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy in the mud, but that's how they do it, man. Well, they say you want to hide it from a Negro, put it in the book, man. That's the whole saying, man.
Man, and
Put
it's
it in
on
the
the
book,
third
man.
on the third page. You quit at the first.
Wow. Man, we gotta find. Hey, man, if you find it, let me know, man. We got to read through that one podcast. Just read
Yeah,
through that stuff and just talk
yeah,
about it, man. Now the podcast come, we got to read through it, man.
yeah,
Summarize it. now I'm doing all this law stuff, this LSAT stuff, man. I had to do more reading. I got to make myself sit down and read more, man. I was thinking like, man, you know what? I need to really sit down and just read, man. Be
Read that
still. I
stuff,
think,
man, and they'll
yeah,
throw it in there. It don't. The sentences don't even be making sense, and then that's when
that's
they'll
how the
throw
LSAT test is.
it.
Yeah, that's how the LSAT test is too. It's like it be stuff thrown together that don't make sense, but you got to make sense of it and summarize it in order to answer
Yes.
these questions. Man, it's pretty crazy. You know what's crazy? A lot of a lot of the things that I'm learning in LSAT we actually do, but we just don't know the terms. We don't know the definitions of it. We just do it
Mm-hmm.
like when they talk about logical reasoning, we
Yeah.
do that a lot. Like if I meet a girl, if I do this, I know this gonna happen. It got to happen if I do this. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
if this girl do this, is the chances of this happening is really high. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
crazy. I was thinking like that. We do this all the time, but it's the proper. I don't know the technical terms for it. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. It's pretty funny, man. It's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, man, don't fall for that misinformation though. That misinformation will mess you up, man.
Mm-hmm.
So much stuff out here on social media, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find something. See if I can find something, man, on some
It,
misinformation on this.
that celebrates poverty. I think there is a
Get
bad,
off of it.
something is wrong, edge of honor
I didn't
for
mean to
coming
do
through
that.
the penitentiary.
All right, there we go. Trying to see if I can find another video real quick on this other computer, but doing it with my left hand is kind of weird. But yeah, man, that misinformation. Yeah, even when I be at school, man, you know, it's a lot. When we got this business class, a lot of these people think that business go by the book, and you like, ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Mm.
man, you crazy. It definitely don't go like that in real life.
Yeah. But you have some employees that'll be like, hey, everything's by the
Huh?
book. Some
Oh
employees,
no.
yeah. Some, I
Yeah,
ain't saying.
only when it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
Mindset dictates everything on planet Earth. If your mindset ain't
Yeah, let's watch this one. This dude pretty good. You ever watch this dude? His name was Andre Norman, I think that's his name. He went to prison, man, turned his life around, man. He did. He went to like Harvard and something like that, or Yale and everything.
strong, you're gonna lose. Everybody wants to be like Kobe. Everybody wants to be like Mike, but nobody wants to put the practice time in. The most dangerous part of football is not the game, it's practice. Because you're on the
Yeah.
field 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, getting hit versus only being on the field for 20 minutes on Sunday. Practice is where the collision happens. Practice is where injuries happen. Practice is where you get your head torn off. The game is easy. Mindset is everything, man. Play like you practice and you win every single time. Mindset dictates everything on planet Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then it was one, and I was like, man, this is definitely misinformation. I can't even find. I didn't save so many of these things. And I be saying I'm gonna play it on the podcast, and even forget to even go back and play it, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of
I'll get off of
missing.
this. Oh, 100%.
You know, but
Yeah, I ain't even finna go there. Get off of this. But yeah, man, don't fall for that misinformation, y'all. I'm telling you, man, it's coming. This politics, man, is coming. And you gotta be smart, man. Don't fall for it, man. It's
yeah,
finna go crazy, man. Cause Trump, he ain't playing around. He finna go
yeah.
crazy. I know he is, man.
Uh-oh.
All right, pick one for all you people going to the fair this year.
Oh.
You got the corn dog stand, or you got the turkey leg. If you had to pick one, you down to that last 20, because that's about what it's going to cost to get a corn dog and a drink or one turkey leg. You're looking at about $20, $25.
Hey, 23, easy.
Boy, man, easy, man. Corn
Yeah.
dog 18 and the drink was 6 or something like that. Hey,
It ain't even an extra long corn dog.
no, the extra long one probably going to be about $20, the extra long corn dog. Man,
Oh,
but if it's fried right, it's so good though. They use sometimes I think they use that Jiffy for the batter, man. Jiffy cornbread or something for the batter, man.
real deal with a sprinkle of sugar in it.
Oh boy, man.
Yeah,
And
What'd
Who
you
you rolling with? Who you rolling with?
say? Well, I'm roll with the corn dog, man.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
going corn dog too. Like I say, turkey leg, you gotta see what time they cook it. If you catch it at the wrong time, when it's stacked like that, they overcook.
uh,
It don't be good no more. The skin be too hard. You feel like you just eating a jerky almost now at that point.
yeah, I fool with the ones that outside of the fair.
Yeah, but if you catch it at the right time though,
Yeah.
like right when they is right about to be done, juice is still flowing, you all right. But you got to catch it at the right time though.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, you got to be cooking it all day. It's gonna be
Hey,
pretty whack.
I hope Mr. Slate out there slanging on turkey legs. I fool
Boy,
with him. What's that other one? It's one more, but they
man,
outside.
I gotta ask Q. I need to holler at Q, man. There's a dude that was on University. He sell like stuffed turkey legs or something like that, I think. I think it's
Yeah,
that barbecue place, that little food truck that be on Asher, I think. I'm about to check them out one day if I get a chance. Just
it was
I don't know what
cool.
time they be over there. Huh?
You ain't talking about koozies.
It may be. I'm not sure. I think it was right across from right before you get up the hill where elevation used to be, I think. Right down there on
Yeah, I think
Asher.
that's cool by the liquor store. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's cool.
I think he do like stuffed turkey legs, I think, where he kinda got stuff stuffed in it or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like the ligaments and stuff with turkey legs though. Some of the ligaments you got to
Man.
get past. That's the only thing I don't like too. You
Yeah,
get done eating, it's like hanging off like shoestrings, man. He's like, ugh.
I used to sell them too.
Oh, you sell turkey legs?
Man, it was big business, but I don't be having time to do all this stuff. That
Yes.
stuff
It probably
you
take
got,
forever to cook a batch of turkey legs. You be on there for
man,
about 4 hours. How
man,
long it take?
even longer probably if you doing it,
Ooh wee,
man.
ooh wee. That's what I
Man,
said. I told wife if I get another grill, it's gonna be a griddle. It ain't gonna be no grill, man.
man.
I think we've been misinformed about the grills. You get a griddle, man. Make Philly
Hey,
cheesesteaks and chopped cheeses or something, man. Forget the grill. It take too long.
yeah,
Pull out that griddle, make some burgers real quick. Get that pick 5 all beef, cook
for
burgers, man.
real.
Put them in the
Hey,
refrigerator. Eat all over for the week. You know what I'm saying?
that's how I knew I was getting old. I was like, man, let me go and get my little my little propane tank. I said,
Man.
man, cause think my
Oh, you got
anniversary.
one? You got a griddle?
Nuh-uh.
Oh,
My anniversary coming up at work, and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna pick that.
yeah.
Yeah, like let me
Yeah.
get that job.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
boy.
Man, boy, can't wait to pull out that little gas tank. Man, ain't gotta, ain't gotta cook nothing. I mean, ain't
Man,
gotta
cook
fry
eggs.
nothing.
Man, you can cook eggs and stuff
Mm,
too. What?
Man,
Man, be in there like a Waffle House, man.
man, for real, for real.
So, this is the one I was talking about with reading. 54% of adults between the ages of 16 and 74 lack proficiency in literacy in America, according to barbarabush.org. And the question is, what could be some of the contributing factors to this stats? That 54% of adults. It's not saying black, it's not saying white, it's saying 54% of adults. That means everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a really high number, too.
That's a
That's
really
like
high
over
number.
half. That's over half, man. That's crazy.
Oh man, yeah.
Man. Like, what do you think some of the factors to that? I got a couple of them. I'm going to let you go
Oh, go
first.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Huh? I
Y'all
think
know.
some of the factors is a lot of times, man, when you in the inner city, you really just don't be still enough to read. You know what I'm saying? You always on the move. Always. Even when you sit down, your brain's still moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You either keeping your head on the swivel because you live in the hood,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't buy books when you get money. You always going to the candy store. You always going here. You know, I know I did anyway. You never think about buying a book. You think about buying other stuff other than a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The parents, when most people live in a single parent household, your parents don't have time to enforce you to read a book because when they get off work, they trying to recover and get ready for the next day. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. Some parents did, but it ain't a lot of. Because if it was a lot of them, we wouldn't be in the situation we in now.
Man.
Um, like I say, I think I probably had ADD, but the belt is what kept me on focus. You know what I'm saying? That's how I learned my ABCs. If I don't say the ABC, you feel that strap, man.
Yeah.
You learn real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Not the pootie time belt. The pootie time belt.
Boy.
Oh.
And then, especially when you get older, once you get out of high school and you become an adult, most of the time you don't sit still long enough to read. You should, but most people don't. Just the average person working, you trying to make money, you trying to figure it out. And the last thing most people thinking about, and probably that 54% is reading a book. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of it. I don't know who else, but what I'm saying is you have to get to a place to where you can read at least 10 pages a day. Yeah. Challenge yourself, you know what I'm saying? At least 5 or 10 pages a day, or a chapter a day, Because the more you read, the more you expand your mind on the concepts and learning, and the more you can move up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you want somebody out there that want to do code, because I work in IT, if you want to read code, if you can't read a regular book, you definitely not going to want to read code. It's going to get on your nerves, you know what I'm saying? So, reading is definitely a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't going to school, you still should want to read something.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Art of War, read that, you know what I'm saying? Bible, read that. You know what I'm saying? People don't know this. When you saying it's a lot of bad pastors, it's in the Bible. It said people will come in my name and deceive people on my name's sake. So it will be false prophets out there coming in my name's sake, deceiving the people. But if you never read that, some people think that all pastors are just bad, but that's just not true.
Yeah.
But there will be some bad people, like you say, out there. You know what I'm saying? Jay Bug, what's going on, baby?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, what up,
You got it. So we said we just came in. We was talking about this topic. Said 54% of adults between the ages of 16 and 74 lack proficiency in literacy in America, according to the BarbaraBush.org. What do you think some of the contributing factors to this stat, like that 54%? Why you think they lack the proficiency to read, or the reading proficiency rather?
I think it's the ease of life. You don't need to really read anything to go about your day-to-day life. You know what I mean? What you need to read, Instagram post or the price of gas. You really don't have to challenge yourself to live life. You know what I mean? You can go out, you know what I mean? As long as you can read the fast food menu at McDonald's or Chili's, or a place like that, that's the only reading you have to do. And you have to actually put forth the effort to actually read or to find something compelling to read. People just don't have an interest in it, and they don't have to do it. Matter of fact, I think I was looking at a study, like half the people, after they get out of high school or college,
we just talked about,
they don't pick up a book. Ever. Like, you know what I mean? Or unless they reading or training for a driver's test or training for some kind of specialty school. I mean, that's just something a lot of people are not interested in. You know what I mean? And if you don't use it, you lose it. I picked up reading myself, some trash literature basically, but just picked it up because my son is learning to read. So, you know what I mean? I think it's good for him to see me reading or read to him and things like that. But it's just not a priority. People read off a lot of stats and things like that, but they don't read the articles. They don't read.
Read paragraphs.
Yeah. Sure. And they don't read for detailed understanding either. A lot of them. But guess what? We have Google. We have all these things. We don't know a word. We just ask, hey, Google or Siri, what's the definition of cornbread? You know what I mean? And they can tell you, like you say, they was using and words come up, and people just started using them like they're brand new. They was using diabolical, demure, and things like that. To expand their vocabulary. But we were doing that, like, remember, like people using narcissists, you know what I mean? But when we was in junior high, the big word was conceited. Boy, everybody was conceited. I don't like him, he conceited, blah, blah, blah. And they overuse these words and things like that. But I think that's the really thing.
You Living Color? You remember my dude on Living Color? Was it Bates? Was it? Which
Yeah,
one was it?
that was the one that was in jail.
Damon Wayans. He was in jail. He was.
Oh yeah.
It was the marshmallow cream of the proclivity of the.
yo.
Oh man, that was
Like,
Living Color was fun. That was
like,
crazy, man.
I also think it starts. You got to start early. That was my punishment. Like, that was my punishment. I had to read to comprehend, not just read. I had to read to comprehend.
Yeah.
Write what I learned down, and then if it don't make sense to them, well, you got to go back and read it again. I'm like, damn, this is cruel.
Yeah.
This is not. This ain't real life. This is
Yeah.
cruel.
Guess what? That was a punishment. For us, me and Nick and Percy as well. We had to read the Bible. You know what I mean? And that's not regular reading. They don't read how you talk. So you know what I mean. You really gotta look at what you're reading. Ye and therefore and begotten. This is not my vocabulary. So learned a lot.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's just not something that's focused on, and we don't have to do it. You know what I mean?
But
The only good thing I think people text a lot. They kind of write more. You know what I mean? You got to write your post. You know what I mean? So and some of that shows through with the punctuation of some of these posts and things, or how people text you or their emails. But
Oh, they write shorthand. Was that they write shorthand now? Everything abbreviated.
yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But
Yeah.
and that's the thing,
FY,
like
IFY, right? So,
with reading or this in life, the stuff that you don't want to do, working out, whatever it is you don't want to do,
yeah.
you're gonna do it just enough to get by. You do it just
Yeah.
enough to get out of high school, and if you got a college degree, you do it enough to get out of college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're only going to college, you didn't want to learn, you wanted a skill so you can make money. Even some of these doctorate people. A lot of people good at math, they went into accounting because they don't really like reading, or they don't like speaking in front of people, or they don't like talking loud. So they go to their strengths, and reading is one of those things. And these are the same people that are voting. And if you see some of these bills,
Man, you
or
took it right out of my mouth too.
It's just not, hey, we're gonna ban casinos in Arkansas. There's two sentences. Those bills are pages and pages. So if you got one bill, and they'll tell you what it says. Hey, don't read it. I'll tell you what it says. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of lobbyists and politicians do. Guess what? I'll read it for you. You know what I mean? They don't like Donald Trump, but they can't tell me any of his policies that they've read, or you know what I mean,
right?
Or they're repeating something somebody else said on the news, or something like
We
that.
just said it, yo.
Hey, one of the
Misinformation.
one of the number one things when people go get a car off the car lot, you just sign it. You like, and then later on they come like, well, did you read it? No, I just signed.
What's the balloon payment? What's variable interest? You know what I mean? So,
man, you finna find out.
You said I didn't have to pay nothing down.
Yeah.
Back to life, back to reality.
So that's the thing, right? If 54% of adults are like below the reading proficiency, how does voting even supposed to work? Like that's the crazy part. Like, do they really even know who they vote for? They just
it makes sense. It makes sense. Pull the day. We got
it's crazy, man.
So candidates are basically doing it like what we do, the way we do little kids. Whoever says the funniest joke or shows the best picture or gets the most attention. Hey, look at me. Hey, I'm silly. Look, and they get your attention and you vote for them because you like them. A lot of people are out here voting off feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel this way about them, or they deserve a chance. They ain't about to deserve. You know what I mean? He gave me a stimulus check. I'm gonna vote for him. You know what I mean? He gave you $100 so he can take $1 billion. So, but he at least he did something for me. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
that's the people we live in a country. That we live in a country with. They're making decisions. You know what I mean? Some of your nurses or doctors ain't picked up a new book or a case study of new drugs since they got out of school. They still new drugs come out all the time. They still give you a little Cilapril. You know what I mean?
Man, boy. Like, man, this old, man. Shut up. Like,
I've been doing this for 50 years. Yeah.
boy.
The same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's the new studies out. You know, it's a new information, new technology. But you, like this, a lot of people don't know what's going on in the world because it ain't. That's how the media controls you because people don't read.
Yeah.
I'm only you only read what they're putting in front of you, that what they put on your plate.
Right. You don't do the research.
You gotta order off the menu sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. For sure. So, this is one to pick one. What's the most important space on the job? The bathroom or the workspace? If you had to pick one, what's the most important?
What do you mean most important?
What's the most important space on the job?
I'm gonna go workspace. I mean, I'm only spending 10% of the time in a bathroom, and I'm gonna try to take care of my real business before I leave home. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I'm getting old. I'm going bathroom.
You know, I do one to others. You know what I mean? If I don't take care of the bathroom, if the bathroom don't take care of me, so if you don't wash it, you know what I mean. You don't clean it. You know, I'm gonna start aiming from the door. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to go in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm older, man. The bathroom is very important, man, because sometimes you think you can handle your business at home. Don't happen that way, especially when you got kids. You're trying to get everybody ready. You really don't even have time, to be honest. And I've been fortunate enough to work at jobs where they actually keep the bathrooms pretty clean. I know working at a college, there's so many ways to go to the bathroom. It's not just one place. So if one place is dirty, you kind of know where the people keep it more clean at or where less people go. Just kind of learn that kind of stuff.
Trying to find a people bathroom.
Yeah,
I mean, trying to find an executive suite, man. It's like an executive suite when you walk in there, man. It's like pristine. Like the toilet seat's still up. Ain't nobody even used it yet. It's like, oh, that's perfect, right? Right up my alley, man.
He got the virgin toilet seat. Oh.
And I still put the tissue triangle.
It go hand in hand. It go hand in hand with me. First is gonna be the workspace, but that bathroom still got to be clean.
That bathroom got to be clean, man. I could deal with a workspace. I could work around there, but a dirty bathroom, though.
Hey,
man, I can use the bathroom outside,
bro. My job.
Now, if you got to do number two, so you never had to do number two at work. You never had to do number two at work.
I mean, I do number two everywhere. You know what I mean?
I
But
know what I'm saying.
I've done it. I've done number two outside. I got some baby wipes in the car. You know what I mean? I gotta.
Right. Hey, I was watching Doug DC Curry. They talking about they so old. They talking about they had to use an outhouse, man. He said, DC Curry said, man, I went in there. He said, man, I used to doo-doo in my mama flower bed, my grandma flower bed, man. He said, man, I'm not going all the way out to no outhouse, man. He said, it be snakes out there, man. It be at night, man. He said, man, I go over in that flower bed. He said, boy, them roses grow so good, they never knew what was going on, man. I did. That was funny.
They got so mad at my job. They built another restroom area for the other workers because it just kept getting that stuff. I was like, man,
apples and oranges. We're gonna build one for the oranges. Y'all apples over here showing out. We're gonna build one for the oranges, man. Man, for real.
But yeah. Speaking of
the thing that's messed up, man, like for the men's bathroom, you go in the urinal and his hair on the urinal. It's like, man, come on, man. It's crazy, man.
A little itchy, you know.
Like you over shed like you got mange or something. You got dog mange or something.
I be seeing that. I'm like, what's going on? Loose leaf hair everywhere.
Oh
man.
Pause.
That'd be funny, yeah, Paul. It's just funny when you walk into a bathroom, you be like, man, this is a nasty dude, man. You can't get no
Hey,
tissue, just wipe it off, man.
hey, that one of them things I
Oh,
learned. I said,
man.
dudes, some dudes are really nasty. Like you just walked out the bathroom without washing your hands. You just,
Yeah. What if he like Jim Brown though? What if it was Jim
Your
Brown said
feet
he
be
washed his
sticking
hands
to the
before he
ground.
touched it?
man,
Jim,
it's 6 sinks in here. It's 6 sinks in here. You don't want to wash your hands not one time.
Some people
so
don't
you don't
believe
trust
it.
yourself? Yeah, they say they don't trust themselves. Some people don't believe that. They say they don't trust it. You don't trust yourself, man.
Yeah, okay. Nah, okay, itchy.
Yeah,
I
I
trust
don't know
myself, but I don't eat out of my nose.
You said
If
what?
my nose is clean, I don't eat from my underarms. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be, even though
So
my
you never accidentally dug in your nose and then ate a Big Mac afterwards without washing your hands?
No. No.
Never.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I don't really like to raw dog my nose.
You can't handle
You know what I
the
mean?
truth.
I just don't like. I don't like it. I got fingernails. I don't really like to raw dog my nose. I'll put stick something else in there. You know what I mean? But I'm not just going like finger to nose. Like, man, it just feel weird to me. So,
Yeah.
but Nick has some crazy roommates in college. You know what I mean?
Oh man, college is crazy. Yes, I can only imagine.
You got 4 dudes sharing one bathroom.
Man, the community bathroom, man, it's crazy.
It was like, how you get a turd under the toilet seat? You know what I mean? Just right there under smashed in.
Doodle in the urinal. Who doodles in the urinal, man?
Hard times. All the
That
stalls.
means you meat out and everything. That means you meat out and everything. You just standing over your urinal.
No, you gotta hold your meat so it don't dip. You know what I mean?
Are they facing that way? Or are they facing the other way? That's pretty funny, man. Dudes do be doing that stupid stuff. Though,
Oh man, next slide, man.
Yeah, next slide, man. Oh man. Oh, that's the same slide. Oh, I can do it again.
You really don't like.
So what you think?
Because in a urinal, it's gotta like sometimes it got those little holes in it, so you gotta mash it down. You gotta like break it up to go down. You really hate
Not if you let out a tree log, you ain't mashing it down. If you let out a tree log, man, you ain't mashing it down.
The janitor gotta mash that down, man. That's sick, man.
Oh man. You know what I hate though when you work at when I was younger, I used to work at grocery store or something like that. And I'm not saying every homeless person did it, but 90% of them, they say they got to go use the bathroom. They go in there and destroy the bathroom, bro. And they try to get the shop cart people to go. I quit a job with them one time when I was at Jitty Jungle. It's like the homeless person went in there and destroyed the bathroom. It's like, you got to go in there and clean it up. Like, no, I'm not. They're like, yeah, you got to go in there. They was like, oh, okay, let's see if I go in there. Keep waiting. Keep waiting, see if I go in there. And the manager was like, did you not want to clean the bathroom?
Ain't just for your personal relationship. You know what I mean? You got to set boundaries with these bosses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Michael, did you go in there and clean? Did you go in there and clean the bathroom? Nah, I didn't. Well, I guess this is it. I'll leave. I'm out. Holla. This is it. Like Michael Jackson, this is it. I slide on up out of here. My mom was so mad. She's like, man, you quit just because of that? Like, yeah, man, it's the principle, man.
Hey, them young boys.
Can you imagine telling your mom that and you like 16? I think I was still in high school, but I told her it's the principle. And that's just the principle of it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got to stand for something or fall for anything, Mom.
Boy, for real. So we're talking about this earlier. I'm glad you came back on. It says not being able to detect misinformation. I know I got this from peer pressure. When kids are growing up in high school and you getting misinformation from your peers or even your parents, like how does a person know when they getting misinformation? What you think, bro? Is it something you got to work up to? Or you got to have the experience to know when somebody's misinforming you?
You talking about emotions because people are like a lot of times they act on what they feel and what's right or what the crowd is doing, herd mentality. Yeah. But I think with me and my son, his trust for me, letting him see I do what I say I'm going to do and follow through with that. And he can trust what I say, not only through feeling, through experience. That kind of helps because, he will come something his cousin said or something the kid at
Yeah.
school said, he takes it as law. Well, Daddy, I think, or YouTube, especially YouTube, Daddy, YouTube, they said this, or they said that. I don't want that to happen, son. That's not gonna happen. This is this, and I'll show him some information and stuff like that. But he trusts me, and his father, because I've shown that I'm trustworthy, and having people that know more than you in your life, or having somebody you can reference really helps, because you don't necessarily go to books every time you hear something, or the peer pressure, or the in crowd says this is fact. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily go to the encyclopedia or the dictionary. You go by that, or you go by somebody that's older and wiser. You know what I mean? I went a lot of times to my big brother. Sometimes he didn't know what he was talking about, but I did lean outside of my own understanding. You know what I mean? And then I had to ask my dad. It's good to have that relationship, or somebody who can really.
Some stuff ain't in a book. It ain't always in a book. And then some people can know more than you, and they can still misinform you at the same time. Unfortunately, about
your uncle that was a pimp, he's trying to tell you about Jesus.
Right. Learning about the pimp game that ain't in the book. You probably go get some secondhand, third-hand information, and some of it might be misinformation.
Right.
Telling you that women built for that, man. She built for this, man. You know what I'm saying? She built for this.
Hey, what was the weirdest thing that they told you that was fact? You know what I mean? Like old school cat one time, they told us, hey, you can tell if a girl got an STD if you get a little bit of earwax on your finger.
Man. And that's funny, yeah.
And then if you put it in there, if she jump and it burn, that means she got something. And if she don't, what earwax gonna do?
That's what make her jump, because you got earwax on your head. That's what make her jump.
Earwax ain't supposed to burn, young
Talking
blood.
about what the old dude talking about, they used to get an STD back then. They used to have to get a rubber hammer and hit the head and knock the pus out. Well, they used to get claps or something. He's talking about he used to get claps back then. Yeah, man, y'all
it's like your part got a runny nose. You just got to strain it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't blow your penis you know what I mean? Just like it's like your nose.
No.
And then it's sometimes some diseases are kind of avoidable. You see that now. That discharge don't look right to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So is HIV? That's avoidable, man?
Well, I think anything that's transmitted, there's so many things that can prevent it. Like nowadays, I mean, you can take medicine that basically makes you immune to it. You can take PrEP. What?
Misinformation.
Like PrEP is that's what that's for. You take the PrEP medicine before you take it every month. Of course. I mean, there's always condoms. There's always condoms, and there's abstinence. I don't know everything about the drugs. There's antivirals, treatments that people that have the drug that keep their viral count low. There's a thing called undetectable. So you got it, but you're undetectable and you can't spread it. You know what I mean? But that's kind of playing with fire. And I'm not an expert on any of these subjects, but it's so many things.
I ain't an expert, but I know anytime that you out there playing around raw, you playing with fire. You rolling the dice every time. You pulling the slot machine. So that's what we killing about these kids talking, man, why you saying me, man, if I want to have sex without being married? But guess what? What you're not thinking about is you playing slot machine. You want to play the dice game, you know what I'm saying?
But
you don't always hit lucky 7. You don't always hit lucky 7. You know what I'm saying?
And you can it's different ways to lose. Oh, a baby this time. Oh, crabs.
Yeah.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit the jackpot. You got AIDS. You know what I mean?
Oh, you hit that backdoor little joint. You got something they ain't never even heard of. You can't get rid of.
Yeah,
you on a commercial
on
now.
Facebook, the dude showed himself, and I was like, I didn't never seen. Man, that's crazy. Somebody having sex with somebody. It wasn't. You wouldn't even consider it because what you was looking at. Was it like a penis, like maybe a star?
Like a baguette.
Yeah,
Or
that's
He
true.
look
yeah,
like
like a Nutter Butter, like you know what I mean, the peanut cluster. You know what I mean?
I know you
That's
talking about.
kind
He
of
got
what it
all the
looked
little
like.
pimples. Yeah.
No, I mean that was like kind of big, and it's like, man, it's like the size of a little peanut. I was like, that's crazy. People are having sex with people without looking at that, or they think, you know what, let's go on there and put that in. Like, oh, you know what, it looked like a Baby Ruth.
Oh,
It just
all disfigured. It's all
exactly picture
disfigured
of a
stuff.
Baby Ruth. That's what it was. And then like a woman was like, you
So,
know what, I'll put that in my
how
mouth.
many women do you think really just sit there and like, with a dude and they looking at the hey, hold on, let me look at it real quick. That, I don't know, that ain't probably ain't doing that. Let me look
I
at it
mean,
real
I mean,
quick.
with that
Yeah,
you
let me
can
just
feel it.
make
Like I see anything. I've looked at everything that went in my mouth. You know what I mean? I ate a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I always saw it. You know what I mean? I got to look
Well,
at
if it
what
was
I eat.
dark in the room, how'd you look at it dark? If it was dark, how many girls had the lights on where you
Guess
actually
what?
inspected,
Guess
man?
what? I got the eye of the tiger.
Oh man.
I like TV. I
That's
like
funny.
TV light.
Boy, for real. Wait till it get bright enough. He said, all right, let me look down.
And I work night shift, so a lot of my missions was daytime missions anyway.
Boy, for real.
I hate daytime.
But yeah,
missions.
misinformation is crazy out here, y'all. You gotta be careful, man, because people just be telling you about women. Nope, misinformation. Be trying to tell you how a job work. Man, you ain't gotta go to school. I tell the dude, you ain't gotta go to school. You can do what I'm doing. He the one flipping the sign on the construction site. He ain't even driving the tractor. He telling you ain't
You
gotta
just
go to
like, you know
school.
what I mean? Guess what? And it's all some of this stuff is partly true. You don't get
Yeah,
it, but you gotta
partly,
have
sure.
something. Guess what? You don't get it. You don't gotta go to school, but you gotta have something else. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
But guess what? But a lot of times you not LeBron James, you not Michael Vick, you not these people, you not Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lil Wayne didn't have to go to school, but he was an exception. Stop
You
trying
should
to
ask
be.
yourself this. How many people in your proximity do you know that are regular people successful without any extra education beyond high school? How many people do you know? Because I promise you, if you start thinking about it, it's probably not that many. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of the people that's making six figures, that's probably what, bachelor's degree or higher, maybe? Is making six figures legit?
Yeah, you know what I mean. They
Yeah.
sometimes you got some real estate people, but they had to get their
You get a real estate license and stuff like
yeah,
that. Go to
but you know what I
school.
mean. That's
Yeah.
that's not like necessarily school or something like that. That's a little course you take. You know what I mean. Truck drivers and stuff like that. But guess what? That's a trade. That's still something
Yeah.
you have to. That's a high value skill that you have to learn.
And misinformation about trades like truck driving, right? What do you think is misinformation about that they don't talk about truck? I know they starting to be showing stuff here and there, but what do you think is some misinformation? Like they be telling people about being a truck driver that they don't talk about.
Kind
I
of
know.
that it's easy, that you're gonna have 9 to
Boy,
5 hours and things like that, or you're gonna be instantly your own boss.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's a lot of misinformation. You know what I mean? You can sometimes when people say you can make up to 6 figures,
yeah,
that's a lot of back to back, things like that.
yeah.
Even
And
with
then,
nursing, you know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
You might go, just be an LPN or just like, basic nursing. Like, well, they only paying me this much or this much. How are these people making all that money? They working overtime. They working 7/12s in a row.
100%.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? To go to do these things. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
um,
Because I know with truck drivers, they don't tell you about you're on the road most of the time by yourself. So time management, that's something that you need to know. When you pulling over in those truck stops, that's a whole nother world. Being in the truck stop, 10 o'clock at night, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? Lot lizards, what they call them, lot lizards. And
yeah.
It's crazy, man. So you got to think about all that, man.
Ready to die.
And
You know
then,
what I
like I
mean?
say, with
Like,
nursing,
people, animals being sleepy,
yeah,
things like that. One like you got a beer in the you just got a beer
boy,
in the car with you. You know what I mean?
man,
Something
and
like
you
that,
already drunk.
and you
It's
can
just a
lose.
can. You forgot to throw it away.
and you can lose your whole license for that or
Man.
something. Somebody, people on the
Yeah.
dumb people on the road. The dude with
Yeah.
a Dodge Dart just going just
Dart in
merge
front of you. Yeah.
merge on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Think about nursing, right? You got to deal with doctors. They could talk crazy to you sometimes. Dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? See something you ain't never saw before, man. You got to nurse that though, you know what I'm saying?
And 12, like I'm used to it, but like 12s and 8s are different.
Yeah, 100%. Yes. 312s is crazy. Yeah, yes.
So you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
split 12s is one thing, but
Yeah.
3 12s in a row. First one's
Yeah.
fine. Second one's like, I can't wait to get home. But then you
Boy.
get home and then you gotta get big right back up
Yeah.
in
Boy.
the morning or at night. You know what I mean? You gotta work that last 12. It's like crazy. It's like especially when you're working nights, your sleep pattern is off. You know what I mean? It's just hard to kind of get through that if you're not used to
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
You working 8 Monday through Friday. You know what I mean? That's fine. You know what I mean? Just as soon as you get tired, you're going home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it's not the everyday, it's that worst day. Can you handle the worst day of any job? That worst day that people don't tell you about. It's always that one day out the month or something, or a couple of days out the year where it seems like this is the worst day to work this job. Like, was you doing EKGs? I'm pretty sure you had a day where it seemed like you was doing EKGs the whole or some crazy smell or something or somebody, you know what I'm
Just
saying? You
the
gotta do
people, the
EKG.
doctors, and
Yeah, you
most
know
of
what
the
I'm
time,
saying?
it's that day where you didn't eat breakfast. Your mom was
Oh
tripping.
man,
Your
yeah.
wife was tripping. You know what I mean? Guess what? Get divorced, you got to go to work. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You lose your best friend, your favorite cousin, got to go to work too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Things like that happen. You know what I mean? Found out your
Working in
husband
IT.
cheating on you, got to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah. And working in IT, one of the things that don't get talked about a lot is when you have to solve a problem, but in order to solve it, you have to get other people involved, but you can't make them feel like that it's on them at the same time. It's like a dream you selling. It's unreal, man. I just did it actually too. It was so funny. They was telling me my dude I was working with. He was like, "Man, he got this dude to work on a problem, even though he knew that he could fix it, but he got him to work on it, and he worked on it. But then dude realized that you know what I'm saying he fixed it without making him feel bad. But pretty much like they had this app that people can look for their classes on, and it was like for upper level classes, nobody could search. It would just go blank. The screen would go blank." He put in a ticket like it was something wrong with the code, and there's nothing wrong with the code. The code was working fine because everything worked but that one thing. So when I pulled the database guys into it, they was like, I don't see nothing wrong with it either. The query's fine. And I talked to another dude. He was like, did they put any special characters in there? I was like, let me ask them. I was like, do you think possibly the people uploaded the information was like a dollar sign or something or a colon? And he said, let me check. So that lets me know that at first he didn't want to check. But when I said that, he said, well, let me go in there and check because I understand a little bit about SQL language, but I don't get down with it. That ain't really my thing. I just look at the actual like PHP and stuff like that. But long story short, he went in there and said he cleaned up some stuff and then went back to working again. But he didn't want to admit it at first.
man, he just said, "Hey man, it ain't working. It ain't working."
Yeah, exactly. That's the answer. It ain't working. Oh, you sure it's not the code? I'm like, nah, the code working fine. Let me show you. And I said, you sure the query's fine? What happened was I took out 2 of the lines to show them that it's working without those 2 lines. And then I put the 2 lines back in there, then it stopped working. And I said, well, if it's in those 2 lines, and if the 2 lines are working, that means that it's a special character. Somebody put in too many characters or a space or something. It has to be. Then he told me by the end of the day, though, he sent me a message. He didn't tell me, like, over the meeting we had. He sent me a message like, yeah, I went in there and cleaned up some fields, and I think that's what did it. My manager was like, I told him in the chat, I said, I'm not trying to sell dream. I mean, I'm trying to sell nice dreams, not nightmares to people, man. So everybody can we can collaborate and get stuff done. They talk about, man, I need to be a politician. That crap was funny. But being able to communicate with people in different departments, man, because everybody got like egos and stuff, man. And got to be careful how you approach them, because if you approach them and say that it's on you instead of me, they gonna be like, they ain't gonna help you at all. Next thing you know, they just go blank on chat. You don't even see them no more, man. It went from green to blank. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful out there, man. How you word stuff, man. Cause boy. But yeah, guys, be careful out there. Cause I told them, man, before you came on with politics, but about 4 or 5 weeks from now, it's gonna be mud throwing, rock throwing. You're gonna see people doing stuff. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't think they was into politics like that. What the heck going on? But it's pretty get crazy out there.
The same stuff we tell our kids not to do, we see politicians doing it. You know what I mean?
For real. For real. All right, guys, I think this is the last slide. The corporate topic. How does a person deal with being underpaid and underestimated in this time, especially in 2024? How do you think you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, the old school, you stay faithful to a company and they reward your loyalty, but that's not happened since 40 or 50 years. Basically, I'm going to debate if it ever happened. You just got to shop yourself around, talk to somebody. People charge to make really good resumes, and you got to really try to sell yourself. Don't be loyal, you know what I mean, to these companies. Have an overinflated sense of ego. So if they knock you down a peg or two, you'll be just right.
Right. And then this
always business, never personal.
I wish Pill was in. He said he don't like that when I hit that button. He said he think it's more personal than business. I'm telling him it's all business, man. It ain't nothing personal. Pretty much being in the corporate world, you got it.
I mean, like when people are not supposed to color outside the lines, but when the day Richard decides to punch in with his 44 and not his time card, you know what I mean? It don't feel real personal. You know what I mean? It was just business, Richard. Man, tell that to Richard because I'm gone.
Yeah. What was that dude that was at the school board? You remember that dude that was at the school board? They fired his wife and he had to go. He said, please don't shoot. Please don't shoot.
Yeah, now please help me. You know what I mean? It wasn't personal, I promise.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, but the corporate world's kind of like being in the NFL or the NBA, man. You got to look at your value, man. Sometimes you got to hit free agency, man. You know what I'm saying? That's people don't realize that's the cool thing about the corporate world. Even though you work there, you're not under contract like an NFL coach where you stuck there for like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always look at it, if they don't pay me, somebody else will. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how the game goes. But you got to have the value in order for them to pay you, you know what I'm saying? Because you will be in situations like this where you feel like you're being underpaid and underestimated, but you have to realize, what do I need to go into free agency and test the market, though? How can I write my resume, or what can I word it as to show my experience so I can get back in the market? So that's because it's going to happen more times than not. And it happens to everybody. I've seen it happen to oranges just as well as apples. I've seen it happen, you know what I'm saying? I've seen oranges get done in probably worse than some apples. But if you never see that, you would think it's just all one-sided. But I seen oranges snitch on each other, and then when it comes to do a promotion, they don't get nothing. They get punished for that, you know what I'm saying, on the back end, you know what I'm saying? So it almost seems man, the corporate world is crazy, man. You got to know how to move. It's like a chess game almost, like the art of war, man. It's pretty crazy, man. But, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't like something, you can change it.
Yeah, just be smart about it. Yeah,
it's unconventional. Definitely. Sometimes changing it, because going with the flow ain't gonna change nothing.
Yeah, got to be like, what's the name? Show me the money, man. Show me the money. But all right, guys, we're finna get ready to sign out this thing, man. We want to thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Thinking Game number 29. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok is on the screen. And you got anything to say before we get up out of here, man?
No, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we are signing out.